9 years ago, I was a casual trader, trying random strategies to see if I could grow a small account. That didn't work out too well for me. I traded with absolutely no strategy. Once I did finally lock in on this, I started with a $5,000 account and was quickly able to grow it to close to $25,000. Then, with just a few big mistakes, I completely blew that account up. Luckily, fast forward to today, and I'll sometimes have ten or even $20,000 trading profit weeks, and I'm grateful to now be able to mentor many others just like me. I don't say this to brag. I say this because I've been where you are. And if I had to start growing an account today in 2025, I'm confident that I can give you 6 secrets that will put you on the track to getting there without having to blow up accounts like I did. The last secret is probably the most critical thing that took my trading from inconsistent to where I'm at now, making consistent profits, and I want to get you there quickly. Okay, let's take a look at secret number one. Secret number one is focus only on high probability trades. People come to me all the time through my mentorship program and have a very small account and they want to grow it large. What do I tell them to do? I tell them to take the highest probability trade with the highest profit percentage and focus only on that trade until they build up their account. Then we can explore other options. What I mean by that is there are a lot of trades that are coin flip. They hit, they miss. Sometimes you may hit 3 or 4 in a row. You may lose 2 or 3 in a row. They're inconsistent. There are some trade setups out there that are hit 90+% of the time with big profit margins. Those are the ones we want to focus on at least until we grow an account and have a little more where we can expand our repertoire down to other trading strategies. Secret number two is we want to use one trading strategy at a time. A lot of people get caught up in trying to do this strategy or that strategy or combine these or use too many indicators. All of that gets confusing, especially for a new or intermediate trader. Focus on learning and perfecting one trading strategy, expanding that to other strategies as you get comfortable. But until you are comfortable, just stick to the one. Those strategies will come around. You do not have to always be in a trade. Some of the most successful traders take 2, 3, 4, 5 trades a year. That's it. If I am lucky enough to get in one good trade a week, that is great. I may take a few smaller trades here or there, but I'm experienced and I have the knowledge to go ahead and enter those trades with proper risk management. Until you get to that point, just focus on those high probability secret number one trades and nothing else. Secret number three is let your trades run. Don't take profit too soon. Now, this is one of the hardest things for me to do. It took me a long time before I could grasp this concept and be comfortable enough to control my emotions in order to do this. There's nothing more frustrating to me than to get up, let's say $3,000 in profit on a trade and watch it come down to where I'm only up $1,000 profit and have the trust in my trading ability to know that it's going to continue to my eventual take profit target. I hate watching that money disappear. So I would often take as soon as the trade reversed, I would start taking profit or I would get stopped out, only to have the trade continue to go up, 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 up to where I would have made much, much, much more money if I had traded my strategy and stuck to it. This is one of the keys of taking high probability trades. If you do that, then you can have the confidence to know that with 85, 90% certainty that this trade is going to go to your take profit area. If you're taking 50-50 trades, you never know if it's going to hit or if it's going to miss. So you're anxious to take profit early. And I understand that. That's why we stick to the higher probability trades. And when we're in those trades, we need to have the confidence, set our emotions aside, and let this trade do its thing. Now, we do want to control our risk management and have our stop losses in profit or at least break even so that we don't go in the negative on the trade. But you've got to let these trades develop because remember, we're only looking for a few select trades. We're not going to be in and out of trades. So when we do get these trades set up, these high probability trade setups, we have to let them do their thing. We have to earn our profit because it may be another several days or several weeks before this trade setup initiates again. So we have to take advantage when it presents itself and trust our strategy. That takes us to secret number four, which is focus on your risk to reward or your percentage gains and not your dollar gains. This, again, was another one of the hardest things for me to comprehend. Though I understood the principle, I didn't really focus on it. It was hard for me to do that. When I get up $1,000 on a trade, that's a lot of money to me, or at least it was back then. But in reality, that may have only been a 2% gain, a 2% profit. So that's not really a great trade. It's a good trade, don't get me wrong, but it's not a great trade. I wanted 10% or more return on my investment for each trade. So when I was looking to take 2% out of $1,000 because the number was so big, I was missing out on 8% or possibly, 8,000 more dollars on the trade. So you got to focus on the percentage and not the number. You can get scared and play scared and get nervous when you see dollar amounts on there, but when you're watching percentages, it's less nerve wracking. So you've got to focus on percentage. That way, your strategy yields, let's say, a 90% win rate, and the win rate is anywhere from, let's say, 10 to 15%. Okay, profit. You will know that 9 times out of 10, you're going to run at least 10% in profit. So there's no point in taking profit at 2%, even if that 2% is, say, $5,000. I know 5,000 is a big number, but it's not nearly as big as, say, 20,000, which it could be if you let it run. So we've got to look at these trades in terms of percentage and not dollars. Secret number 5 is to set daily limits. And by this, I mean set daily loss limits, okay? Not profit limits, and I'll explain why in a moment. Now, not everyone is going to struggle with this, but those who lean a little more towards gambling, who like to kind of get in and out of trades and win this trade and win that trade and always be in a trade, first of all, that is a bad principle. But if you are that way, you need to set daily limits on how much you're willing to lose. And if you lose that amount, get out. Walk away from the computer, come back to it the next day or a day after that, and then get back at it. Clear your head. There's an old saying in poker of playing on tilt. And if you lose a few hands in a row or one big hand, then you're liable to just push it all in to try to win all that back on the next hand. The same goes in trading, and I have done this many times, and it rarely works out. What happens is you wind up blowing up that entire account. So we want to set a daily limit. If we lose that daily limit, it's time to walk away. There will be trades the next day and the day after and every single day. Therefore, we don't need to earn it back all in the same day. It's okay. Walk away. Clearer heads will prevail. We'll come back to the table tomorrow and we'll set new targets. Secret number 6 is don't chase daily profit goals. Now, it's kind of contradictory to the secret number 5 where we set daily limits, but those are on losses. We don't want to set daily profit goals. I used to do this. For example, if you want to make $10,000 a month, you'll set a daily profit goal of $333 a day. Okay? If you hit that for 30 days, you've made yourself 10 grand a month, okay? That's great in principle. The problem is the market is not the same every single day. There may be days you make $1,000, and another day you may make $100, and another day you may not find a trade at all. There may be nothing to be made, and some days you may even take a $300 loss. So if your daily goal is $333 a day, on those lower days, on those lost days, you're going to do everything you can to try to force a trade in order to make that 333 for the day, and that is a recipe for disaster. Remember, we're looking for high probability trades. We're not taking a trade just to hit a daily goal. You can get in major trouble doing that. I've been there. I've done that. It never works. So secret number 6, don't set a goal. You can set a monthly goal, but then you need to make sure that the trade setups that present themselves and the percentage gains, the average percentage gains, you're letting those ride to profit so that you can then hit your monthly goal. Do not try to break it up on a daily average. That is the worst thing you can do. So if I were to start trading today and I had a smaller account balance and I needed to grow it quickly and largely, I would search for the highest probability trade with the greatest profit percentage reward. And fortunately, there are some of those out there. As a matter of fact, when people come and hire me and I mentor them, there's one trade that I've nicknamed Lion Hearts. Okay. And I've done videos on this on the channel. It's in my trading folder on my YouTube channel. I've set people up with this trade. This particular trade has a 100% hit rate 100% of the time. It has never failed. And that doesn't mean that it can't fail, but thus far it has never failed. So a trade like this, I would absolutely wait, even if it took me a week or two to get on this trade, and it has an extremely high profit rate as well. So if I could put a little leverage on that and say enter Lionheart and take a 20 or 30 or 40% profit with a little bit of leverage, next thing you know, I can triple or even quadruple my beginning balance. I do this all the time with clients that I mentor. That is the type of trade setup. They're out there. You just have to find them. We have them. We know about them. There are several more, but if I were to start you out today, I would look for the Lionheart setup. You can go to my channel, look that up. It is the trade setup that I have labeled 100% win rate strategy. Go check that out, try that, implement that, or give me a shout. Join my Discord, join my VIP Discord. Let me know. I will be happy to mentor you. We do offer those programs, and you can then take a small balance, grow it to a big balance, and become a professional trader just like I have.